Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. I haven't done like a talking about segment in a very long time, but since this is Easter weekend, and I haven't really talked about this show before. I'm going to talk about a little bit briefly. Like, you can also call this kind of a review of the show, but I was watching a handful of episodes and say some things I like about it. I'm going to talk about the classic I Love Lucy, which is a show that aired from 1951 until sometime in the late 50s on CBS, starring comedian Lucille Ball, and I don't know how to explain the plot of this show. It's just basically various things happening, it's basically like a comedy sitcom, which with a lot of things that this is like one of those shows like if it had a lot of things that were kind of offensive back then, like it is today, this is DVD set I have here. It's the best of I Love Lucy with 14 episodes on 2 discs. And I'll have a little bit rant about the DVD set. I'll have it in a second. And it basically has like a couple episodes of the show. Like the one that I got this at Five Below like a couple weeks ago, and I was like looking at it, and I never had anything on like I Love Lucy on anything before. I remember when I was really young, I Love Lucy would be on Nick at Night, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. I always watch it, but I would never. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why, I just wasn't paying much attention to it. Like, I couldn't tell you any specific moments. Of course, if you never watched I Love Lucy, you would know about the one with the chocolates. That's what's on this set is the chocolate episode. The job switching is called. It's the Chocolate Factory. And then like there's one other moment that I saw everywhere else, but have no memory of seeing it on TV. If I did, then again I wasn't paying attention. I was really young. With the bread, the big huge loaf of bread. That's not on this. I'll tell you certain episodes it's on. It's got the ballet, the freezer. Lucy does a TV commercial as the Fitum. Hey there, I can't even pronounce it. Are you tired, Merciless? Do you poop out at parties? I'm your vitamin me vision girl. Yes, I think I got it down. Another one's just like I said, job switching. Lucy is Cintiq, don't want to pronounce that. Lucy goes to the hospital that when she gave birth to her son, little Ricky. L.A. at Last. Lucy gets in pictures. Harpo Marx. The Great Train Robbery. Bon Voyage. Paris at Last. Lucy gets a Paris gown. And Lucy's Italian movie with the grape stomping. I think the one with the chocolates is probably the best part that you'll see everywhere, and that's kind of like more funnier. And, upon watching the show again for the first time, I've not seen the show in a very long time. Although I've seen, I was, playing the show on Hulu for a little bit for my bird when he's out in the living room. And he's here chewing up the case, so I hope you forget the noise. It's kind of like a really funny show, and it doesn't have any, like I said, I think, one part in the episode, where Lucy's husband, comes to the hospital once Lucy's son was born, and then this Indian makeup. It's the only thing that may be kind of insensitive nowadays. I can see the cancel culture people going after that, but other than that, I don't recall anything that is kind of offensive for the time being. But it's one of those really silly, fun shows. It's not one of my all-time favorites, but I think my favorite part about the show, more than anything, upon watching these episodes, is Lucy's antics. She always makes mistakes. She always gets things screwed up. They're really funny and very outrageous. And I don't see that many actresses nowadays having that kind of that element of doing those kind of weird things that you don't see much women do in real life. So this is kind of interesting, and for the time it was on, it was really, really funny. Of course, some of it can be a little bit corny and stuff. I would watch the show and be really getting into it, but not more invested. I think one of the shows I really got invested when I first started watching, all the way through, is Mork and Mindy. I love Mork and Mindy a lot, but this one has the moments to if you're not familiar with this show, and it's definitely worth I think kids may get into, or younger generations may get into, and some funny antics that nowadays, if they do something like this, it would make it more raunchy, and probably with probably not with more offensive jokes in the world we live now, but it's a fun one to look back on. And this is, like I said, probably the only I Love Lucy DVD I'm gonna have, because there's certain shows that I remember watching on TV just a little bit, but not a massive fan of. Like, there's certain shows I'd rather get, like, the complete series of, like, Beavis and Butthead, if I come across that DVD set one day, or Big Bang Theory. But other than that, certain shows, like, I'd rather have just sporadic episodes, and I would get, like, the best of stuff. I'm thinking about doing this. I would have done the same thing with Bewitched. I think I was, like, Borders when it was still open, I believe. I believe there was, like, I think, the Bewitched shows on DVD, like, the best ofs, and I didn't pick one up, and I regret that. Oh, well, what can you do? But, you know, I was at Five Below, and I was going through DVDs, and I was like, oh, I Love Lucy. I'm like, I may be interested in watching it. I was like looking at it, and it's got the Chocolate Factory episode, so I'm like, I can just pick it up. That's a good thing. And with this DVD, now I believe they're like, I don't know, close to 3 hours per disc. It doesn't really tell you. It only tells you like how long like the two discs combined. So it's around 6 hours on 2 discs, as you can see here. And this DVD's got it's got the list of all like of the episodes on this disc. Like these ones on disc 1 and the others on disc 2. And there's no play all option. Usually most TV shows have like a play all option, so you can watch all the episodes in one sitting. But with this, there's like on both discs, there's none. You have to watch each episode individually. So that was kind of inconvenient. Like they show like the list of the episodes you can select, but if you want to watch them all, you have to like get up every half an hour and just click on the next episode, because there's no play all option. So that's the one thing that sucks. But you know, I thought, you know, first selection of a show that's almost 70 years old now. It's hard to believe. They did like a really good selection. A lot of funny moments with Lucy. And if you have Hulu, definitely start like watching this. Like mainly check out, I think the Chocolate Factory episode 1 and Lucy Does a TV Commercial was pretty funny, and the ballet one, and the Bon Voyage one. Oh my god! I mean, Lucy the character is just a jinx. And the Great Train Robbery, yes, and a bunch of like Lucy episodes that I'd like to know if you have ever seen the show. What is your favorite Lucy moment? And if you don't have Hulu, like if you can find this DVD, I got it for like $5 at Five Below, like I mentioned. But this is definitely like a funny show. Like it's not one of my all-time favorites, but when Lucy does its antics and does something silly, like screwing something up or getting locked in the freezer, stuffing chocolates down her shirt or whatever, it's worthwhile, like worth watching. Good comedy right there. So that's my video talking about the show I Love Lucy. I felt like, you know, it's a good time to talk about it, and sometimes it's really more refreshing to talk about a show I never mentioned before. It's definitely like a classic of its time. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.